Oh wait, hold on. Please, no, it's gonna make it so much harder. I'm gonna see like 4 different like bike changes. Okay, hello guys, welcome to the 10 Men Podcast. I'm your main host, Chase. This is
co-host Sid.
well, you're also main host.
I'm main host, yeah.
And then we got some guests here.
Yeah.
We got
Hello, I am Noel.
put the mic closer to you.
Hello, I am Noel.
Yeah, like you want to have it more directional. Like that.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hang in there, guys.
Yeah. Also, yours can be a bit more
difficulties.
straight at your mic.
Straight? Okay, wait. Like this?
Like curved. Yeah, that's better.
Okay,
yeah.
that's better?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Sam.
Yeah.
Are we
That's
meant
it.
to have better introductions?
You guys
than
can
that?
come up with better introductions. Like,
Like what we do.
what do you do?
I do voice acting for Chase, sometimes other people as well.
Sid then had to carry on the podcast by himself. It truly was a tragic day.
And then I write a lot. So that's what I do.
Remember to
So anyway, how's your sex life?
So
This is a
spicy.
great
Yeah.
podcast.
I wonder if
Our
this
guys.
get cut out. I feel like I hope it
Anyways,
doesn't.
sex life aside, I remember to check out his book. It's coming
Yep,
soon.
checking out. What's it called?
It's called Fenton.
Fenton? Fentanyl?
No, like the name Fenton.
Never heard that name. I'm gonna be
Really?
honest,
Unique
but
name.
Oh, it's
I've never heard that
It's
name.
from like the 1930s.
I've never
Okay.
heard that either.
So it's a very.
I'm actually not.
So it
Uh,
takes place in the
1930s.
30s. I assume?
Yeah, it takes place in the late 30s, just post prohibition, right afterwards. And it follows the story and the philosophy of how people grow off of each other, emotionally and mentally, and what really makes you you. So that's what it is.
Yeah, so check it out. Is it already out? Or?
No, it's not out yet. I have to make the cover as well as some very slight formatting changes because they're very picky about that, and then it will be out.
I'll draw a cover in like MS Paint in 5 seconds. This is the cover. Check it out.
It has like
Wait, when you say they, who are you talking about? Like who's
Amazon.
Oh.
I'm self-publishing. So when you publish, books aren't just a bunch of single sheets of paper next to each other. It's all like one thing. So that means that the longer it is, like the closer the margins get. So you have to like do math, which I'm not great at. And
Yeah,
then,
writing is clearly more your thing.
yes, and then I figure that out, make the cover, back cover, and then I have a paperback. And I maybe might do an audiobook version later on. That could be fun. So, yeah, we'll see about that.
Sid told me to speak more into the mic.
Okay. Oh yeah, Sam, your introduction. Who are you?
Yeah, I was just patiently waiting.
I will have to say though, Noel. So we didn't have enough mic stands for all of us here, so Noel has to do it. So Noel, I will have to say though, you do look like you're about to like face me off in a rap competition. Can you spit some bars for us?
Technology on that wrist.
Yeah, you should have put that in your introduction, like professional.
You're a professional rapper.
Yeah,
You should
Rapid
sit up.
battle or-
I'll play one of Noel's great rap tracks.
They take up too much space. They did not program the small computer system interface.
God.
Too much space. So anyway,
No, I isn't gonna get anything.
Anyway.
I'm playing it. I have to edit
Take the
this.
spotlight
Who's
off.
printing for you? Quick, like, how are you printing?
Amazon. They
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos himself.
I emailed him specifically.
Did
and
you like it? Did he give you any feedback?
Well, he said that he wanted me to add him in,
Oh,
and I was like, I mean, I might be able to do that. I'll wait for the second edition.
Yeah.
See, that's what you do. You say you'll get them in for the second book, and then they have to republish you.
Oh, okay.
Smart.
Yeah.
Please, let's
Interesting. I'm Sam. I listen to a shit ton of music on Spotify.
That's it. That's your only defining trait.
That's pretty much all.
That's the thing to
I
have on your
for me.
tombstone. You listen to a shit ton of music on
Right.
Spotify.
So, like, for the viewers at home, like, this is Sid and Chase's senior project. Mine is guitar, so I'm also learning guitar right now.
Your favorite bands
I
are
have great respect for that.
Of course, you're learning and Don't You Cry by Steven Seagal.
Don't You Cry, Steven Seagal.
Please.
You should
no.
learn Alligator Ass, dude. That song's a classic.
If you want to teach me,
I Why need to like go up there for?
Who needs Chasers Fly Seagal?
Seagal himself.
He's great.
All I can,
Just swear your allegiance to the.
all I can imagine is Sam going out on stage and being like, guys, this is a little oldie. It's called alligator ass.
Yeah,
So I got
real
me some
classic,
chicken.
yeah.
And they
Give
gave
me
me-
some chicken and
they
got
gave me
alligator
ass.
That would be a way to like leave the Hudson School.
Oh yeah,
A way
that's
to
the best
graduate.
way.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm learning guitar. I played really poorly on the drums for one song.
I will show us some footage of that.
Between the lines. I have some footage, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I said between the lines, but we should probably say what that is.
That's BTL.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Otherwise referred to as BLT. That's what I call
That's
it.
how my mom.
You're really
refers to it.
hungry today. You didn't even lunch.
Yeah, you know.
Noel's been thirsting for those Oreos.
Oh yeah. For the
just
record,
for context,
today. Okay,
for
we might as well.
context, I had a very weird morning. I went to sleep at like 1 or something.
Oh, that's
We-
that's baby
we woke
shit.
you
Like,
up.
that's-
They sort of woke me up. They called me. They were at
Oh.
Hoboken Terminal.
You were literally there with us.
I didn't realize we woke you up. Yeah.
No, I was like half
Short-term
asleep.
memory
I was like half
loss.
asleep, and I checked my phone, and they were like sending photos
Oh my
of them, like
I'm
doing
so sorry.
at the.
There was a lunar eclipse yesterday.
because
So.
there was a lunar eclipse, and I couldn't see it from my
Or
house.
at least
So like,
allegedly, there
So-
Oh, you got the square lunar
Excuse,
eclipse
we didn't
though.
see it.
so we called for like 2 minutes, and then I was like up, and it was like, God, it was so hot last night. Humidity is like the worst thing. It was like the first like truly like the night where it's just like, this is not cool. Get it?
I get it. That was a really good joke.
And then anyway,
Not cool, yeah.
Anyway, this morning I woke up because right now it's my responsibility to do a bunch of chores around the house because my parents are like out. So I have to feed the cat, and if you don't feed him, he'll come to your room and like wake you up. And it was like 6:30, so I'm like 5 hours of sleep in, and I'm like, oh my God. And I wake up and I just hear like this noise, and I'm like why? And I thought that it was like, oh, it's probably like 9. My alarm probably went off at some point. I check it, it's like 6:30. Like, okay, that's great. So I took care of that. I went back to sleep for like an hour. Had a weird dream where I was having hydrochloric acid dumped on me. I'm not kidding. You were there. You were there.
Officer, that's him.
He was there.
Was I dumping the acid?
No, you got.
Yeah, this is not a statement of like.
No.
like-
He got acided before. Like I had to watch it, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is going on?" And then like I woke up, and then I was like all alone in the house. I got ready to go. I went to my train. Everything was going pretty smoothly, and then I got to Secaucus Junction. I have a bit of a history with Secaucus Junction because every time I've
So
gone
for those
there,
who don't know, I guess who aren't from New Jersey, are 3 outside viewers, I guess.
there's like one in Hawaii or something.
So Secaucus is a great Secaucus. What's like? It's the equivalent of like Slough.
It's pretty awful. It's like you go in and like you're meant to scan your ticket to get into the rest of the terminal. But
And if you don't do it right, a guy chops up your hand. He throws hydrochloric acid on you.
It's funny because there's always someone there, like a conductor, because the gates never work. At least for me, they don't. I've seen people go in front of me and they scan their ticket and the door opens up. I'm like, oh, cool, this one's working. And I put my ticket up and it goes meh at you and then doesn't open. You're like,
Turns out that Noel's been illegally going on a Secaucus train, and he's just like
I've not
pretending.
actually had real tickets. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically I thought that my train had left already. So like I rushed down and I was like, where is it? And I looked at the schedule. It wasn't on the schedule. The schedules are impossible to read anyway. So I was like,
you can't
oh
read,
shoot,
so that
I'm
makes
gonna.
it hard.
It's true. I can write, but I can't read.
Yeah.
It's really tragic.
Can't edit your work.
I have to, yeah. I have to like remember where everything was. So, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to wait here for like an hour for the next train because it's not showing up. And I thought that was gonna be a problem. It wasn't because we were gonna record this at 1.
Okay,
and
this
it
is where this
now-
is.
just to get a bit meta. We were meant to record it at 1. It is now.
Oh, 4:54.
Yeah.
4:54.
He can't read his 458.
And I was like,
458.
Oh my god.
so we've been sitting around trying to set this up all day, basically. But in the
Okay,
end,
this is where
made
Sid
it.
and I come in.
This is
So,
where they come in.
so as you
yeah.
might notice, we are in a different room than we were last time.
Crazy.
We have moved out of the school room, and we have now moved into an apartment complex, and we're basically just kind of squatting here in this
Yeah,
room.
I own the building, so I figured it was like.
Okay,
yeah,
somebody's
nice
who's
to live
kicking
Yeah.
the wires?
in. Anyway, yeah, rented out the apartment building. I'm pretty cool like that.
Pretty
But
rich.
we
How do you make your money? Was it like hydrochloric acid?
Well, I know Jeff Bezos.
Oh,
I
right.
have-
He's publishing your
we
book.
have a little connection,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Basically, that's how it works.
If yeah, so someone
we
just walked by.
someone just walked through, and I sort of ignored it for a second.
Yeah.
He had his AirPods.
Like the
Just
look on Chase's
casually.
face as somebody walks in is like,
I was about to say, we're about to
I'm
keep.
fine with it.
I-
Like,
as
I'm
I-
not, but I was like, oh wait a minute, yeah. It's
I'm
not
like-
great.
I genuinely thought it was one of the people that helped to set us up. I was like, oh, okay, they're just walking in. No, they're right behind me, so it can't be them.
But so Sid and I, we had a
adjustment.
plan. We got, we're going to Best Buy, get some incredible tripods so we can move away from our, we can move away from our phone,
cup setup.
our cup setup.
Which, interestingly enough, is
Now, fun fact here, Best Buy doesn't have a good selection of tripods, so we went over
This
there.
is really good for the viewers.
This is really good for the viewer.
Review of best. No.
Review of Best Buy. You know, my feet were sore. You know, the
Yeah.
guy talked to me slightly funny. Sam was there.
Yeah.
There's a guy pouring hydrochloric acid in the back.
yeah, they have like a hydrochloric acid barrel.
Don't go down to aisle 17.
And the craziest thing is that once we were done buying the tripods, it started raining hydrochloric acid. Crazy.
But then again, that's just sort of par for the course in Jersey City.
yeah, that's just Jersey
Yeah, and
City.
Yeah.
you were in New
Yeah.
Jersey, really.
The Garden State, that's what it's known for.
It's all about runoff.
So that was fun. So we basically have spent like about the last 3 or 4 hours trying to set everything up.
4 hours.
It's been 4 hours. I had to like cancel like my trader and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
To cancel plans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm like, we need to get the episode out
Yeah.
soon. I'm not gonna make a promise next time because last time I did, I had to edit in the new dates. This episode coming out Friday. It's an anomaly. This is just because, well, the first episode we.
Yeah, so at least it's not a complete wash, right? Like,
We're filming now.
We're filming now.
Actually, guys have to go. So.
You guys, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
yeah,
Bye.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Chase and Sid then had to carry on the podcast by themselves. It truly was a tragic day.
It's over.
Wait, you two, is there hydrochloric acid incident going to happen soon, or?
No.
Okay, I see.
That was so suspicious.
No.
I want to like psychoanalyze. Knowles.
like
Psychoanalyze.
like-
Okay,
psychoanalyze.
define
Freud.
psychoanalyze.
I don't know what the fuck.
It's
Okay, analyze the psychology. Analyze the
Analyze
thought
the movie
process.
Psycho.
I mean, we're breaking it down linguistically. Like, we had to take mandatory Latin for
AP
2 years,
psychoanalysis
so-
is you do the American American psycho.
I think psycho is a Greek word anyway. Wait, it's not even Latin.
My parents are actually both psychologists. So
Oh yeah, but they also got English degrees, right?
yeah. How is that relevant? I guess like it just makes them worse therapists. Like
It
they
makes.
study English.
But it could
But
make
yeah,
them
if
really
you
they
study,
know how to write in MLA format.
But your patient's like, I don't know what's going on here, man. Like everything's just going wrong. You're just like, okay, look, I know what you were going for, but you could have worded it better. Like when you instead you could have said,
guys, we're gonna have to do some heavy psychoanalysis today.
dude,
The syntax is all wrong.
Refer to adding a lead
You're gonna be
in
like,
and a
tell me
lead
how
out.
you feel. You had a period.
But it would make them better at writing songs, right?
They're
If you
just
think about
like
it.
pouring out their life story, like really a vulnerable moment, and the therapist is like, "That was kind of a run-on
dude, a
sentence."
song
like,
written by an English major would be like who took it really seriously would not be good.
That's why Weezer sucks.
But because like with songs,
Oh my God.
so many of the lyrics, you like actually look at the lyrics and they're like a super good song, and you look at those and like, what are they talking about? Like, it makes no sense.
It's like what
So,
that
like I was trying to listen to that one song and had the lyric in. I got me some chicken. They gave me alligator.
And honestly, I mean, here's the thing. That's an example of someone who didn't have an English degree. All right, look.
could've
So
used
if there's anything to take away from this, you want martial artists to be writing all the music.
Oh,
in the world.
dude, check out Bruce Lee's mixtape.
Or it's like with the Arctic Monkey song, "Do I Want to Know?" Like the you know, you start out with a good, you know, no, you know,
The new Dodge Charger.
that's the Dodge Charger. But and then the lyrics kick in, and then it's like, wow,
This is deep.
this is
Deep.
and it's we mentioned BTL before, and we did actually play.
Oh, BTL. Okay, between the lines, who wants to give the explanation? Let's have Noel give the explanation, considering
Don't go there.
Noel is the only person who hasn't been a part of it.
Okay, well, to be fair, I went to it for like 7 years. All right, look,
He
that's
knows
not
it.
You've
even
been there.
actually-
Dude, I have seen 100 rock concerts. I can basically play every instrument.
Basically, what BTL is. I almost thought that I messed it up. In
Okay, Sam, what's BTL?
BTL is a student-run concert at the Hudson School where we go. Still not close enough. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not experienced at this. It's a student-run concert, and
Okay, now you're
nobody knows what they're doing, and so like I'm
Just scoot your chair over to the left, please.
to the right.
yeah.
I was a producer this year for BTL, which means that I was kind of in a leadership position, and basically I was just like freaking out because nobody knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, shout out to the producers if they're watching.
Yeah, it's like that KSI.
And while we're
clip.
doing a shout out to Menthy, our producer.
Yeah. I feel like this is
Those two for helping us set up. But anyway, it's like that KSI clip. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait, isn't that Tyler Wood or?
No, it's
Oh, it is
KSI.
KSI.
It's
Okay,
KSI.
damn.
Tyler Wood has some.
Is this okay?
Oh God. Okay.
That happened with the BTL mics actually.
There you go, and it's okay.
BTL is like a beautiful disaster. Like everything's going
Stop
wrong.
pulling it out.
just making sure.
Guys.
It's like having like a broken arm with the bone pointing out, like tapping the bone.
I would do that, to be fair.
There's gonna be no image on the screen for that.
It's the whole screen just gets censored.
But anyway, back to BTL.
Yeah. Much like this podcast, it's very much like a beautiful disaster. We don't know what we're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's our second episode.
Yeah, and BTL has been around for a while. I think it
Very long
started
time.
in the early 2000s. And it stemmed from kind of like a countercultural, anti-establishment magazine.
Cultural Marxist.
I just added as many adjectives as possible, but
Psycho.
So I was a hydrochloric.
With
Yeah.
Serbian characteristics.
Some student got expelled, and people got really angry about
You
it.
got talking to the front.
And I'm sorry.
There you
I'm
go. Now
really
you
sorry.
got it.
I'm
Now you
so
do it.
fucking sorry. And basically the students wanted to protest and write about their experiences, but the school wasn't going to pay for that, so they had to fundraise. So BTL was a fundraiser event.
And that's where you get the title Between the Lines, because it was like a newspaper thing.
Yeah.
And now with the music show, it literally makes no fucking
Right.
sense
Yeah.
whatsoever as a
It's
name.
okay.
But as a tradition, it's probably best if we keep
Most
it.
people don't
Yeah.
even know what BTL
We're
stands
gonna do
for.
a
so-
close.
I don't know what BLT stands for, so I mean.
We're gonna do a close
Bacon.
reading.
I
today.
didn't. I was a
Why
joke,
not?
Sam. I
No,
know.
I was gonna make it. You interrupted my beautiful joke.
Okay, hold on. Let's hear his beautiful joke.
Bacon lobotomy tomato.
All right, I think we should.
My
right,
joke
I'll
was
see
I don't
myself
think I
out.
think they heard, but
Mic
you
drop.
guys didn't. I said let's do a close reading of "Do I Want to Know" by the artist.
Pull out the lyrics.
So yeah, and that was basically the first song of one of the shows that we did.
The most recent
pretty cool.
one.
Except it's a good starter song for the most
It
part.
is. It is. It's a good story.
Well, I chose it as the starter song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem was is that I know you love the song, but we do not need to hear it. We don't want to get any copyright issues.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Sam, so
Yeah.
we're asking you to do a cover of it right now.
I mean, da-na-na-na.
Da 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 da.
You're not out of tune. Sing out of tune.
Da 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 Have you got color in your cheeks?
Okay, I think that's enough. That's enough. Let's go. I don't want any copyright
And that's
issues.
about how it sounded for that.
That's exactly we're gonna get copyright. I thankfully
Matt.
I still
Yeah.
have not gotten copyright claim for the Steven Seagal songs. So I mean,
I feel like we sounded so close to the original. Like YouTube is definitely gonna copyright claim us.
yeah.
It's not like
Like
If I
We're
pulled
not
up
gonna make
Shazam,
any
then
money.
it would.
It sounded like the BTL one was like close enough if we're gonna put that in a post edit, but
Wondering if your heart's so
I like to think that's what the Disney
Okay.
guys do. They just have a bunch of phones with Shazam on them. Just like, okay, did this little girl singing? What
They just like have this whole like the room with like the globe or whatever, the map of the world
All
on
the
it. It's like
screens.
blinking lights.
Yeah.
well, back to BTL.
Where do we even start with BTL this year's?
Let's start at the.
Let's
beginning.
talk. Okay, we had 2 BTLs this year. One of
right.
them was
significantly better than the other.
one of them was significantly
That's
better
true.
than the other. The first one we did outside, and it sucked.
In the cold.
So just gonna be real with you here, Sam.
Now explain some of the variables behind that. Why it was bad? Because it's you know it's interesting.
Like
Like
weed.
mechanically.
oh my gosh.
I mean, so the first thing is temperature. It's cold, and when
was
things are
so
cold, everything
freezing.
shrinks.
It was really
and so basically,
cold.
what this means is for guitars, and for example, we had one person playing the saxophone.
Sax, yeah.
Everything was constantly out of tune. So for the guitars, we had to keep retuning it. The saxophones, you can't retune a saxophone. I've yet to see a guy retuning a saxophone.
It doesn't exist.
I was about
Yeah.
to say personally, I don't think it exists.
I don't think it exists. But
Have
I'll
you ever
wait.
seen a rattlesnake? Neither have I.
But anyway, that was the thing. And so.
Also, the audience was freezing, which
Everyone was freezing. No one wanted to be there.
we were both wearing shorts for that too. I was.
I know, no, I was wearing a short sleeve shirt, but I was wearing pants, so we were like reversed.
I was wearing cargo shirts and I was wearing a sweater.
I think better to have a sweater and shorts.
Yeah, no, I'd agree because my hands were freezing the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my torso gets colder.
You ever consider playing with gloves on?
If you ever consider shutting the fuck up sometimes, no.
Such a.
Wow.
Dude, we are really going off with the swear. Do you censor?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Who gives a shit? But do you think the school's gonna watch
Sorry,
this?
guys.
You think her?
If Big
YouTube
Mac
is going
is
to hey man, what is YouTube going to do? Demonetize us?
Dude, we're not making money off
Make
this.
so much
Exactly.
advertising money.
Dude,
Could've made
all-
17
all
cents.
30 of our views.
All 30 of our views.
Ideally, if you could pick.
Actually, we got more than 30 views. I checked this morning.
Pick a sponsor.
Sponsor?
A sponsor. Oh, Noel's book. We already sponsored him.
It's true, but I would
A sponsor
have to pay
block's gonna
you
have a
guys.
giant green section
The
where you
next
talk about your
episode will
book.
be sponsored by someone in our class, hopefully, who is in the NFT business.
Oh no!
He's gonna need it. The market's like going down.
Yeah, it's what is it down like 30%?
Sorry, the
I'm
way,
serious.
the way you said that was the most scientific thing. Oh yeah, if we look at the recent
No, it
markets,
is. It's pretty.
it's
bad
down like
right now.
90%. It like
Over
exploded.
the past couple months, it went down. Maybe.
Oh yeah, but anyway, back to BTL. We were originally
Yeah.
talking about. So we had an outside concert. It sucked. I decided also as well to participate on a lot of songs because I can play the guitar. That was a bad idea.
Plays very well. He's very good.
Yeah, right.
You are. I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Not a bit.
insert Chase playing like
Yeah, you have to
yeah,
edit
yeah.
that in. How does that make you feel very self-conscious?
Page Black insanity.
I'm gonna play the one wrong note. I'm gonna put it. Was it like? Oh yeah. So Sim was
Black
trying
on the
to
second night?
during one part. Sim was trying to tune his bass for a certain song. So I was like, "Hey, let's do an improv set." And my guitar was completely out of tune. It was the worst thing.
Oh, speaking of that, when I was tuning the bass, for the tuner we had, there's 2 settings. One that was on vibrations, and the other
If you
one
didn't
that
know,
was on-
guitars the way that they tune. If you took like physics,
still
I
don't
guess. Basically, tunes they tune it like they go at a certain frequency that
tension,
makes
right?
noise.
It's the tension
noise.
of the strings.
Yeah, it's like a tension. Yeah. So like
Well,
so
we
it
can
rings
move
out a certain frequency, and you can have either the tuner to detect like audio wise, can it detect it, or like frequency wise, so like it feels the rumble of the strings. So you want frequency wise because if you're outside, there's other instruments playing, it'll be less affected by that. We had it on audio, so you can't hear a bass outside when it's unplugged.
So the bass was just out of tune, and I feel so stupid because of that. But It is what it is.
Yeah, good old said it wrong.
Dude, he stood at that soundboard and didn't do anything the whole time I watched.
We'll get back to the soundboard because it makes a comeback in the second round of the BTL.
Yeah, you know, I remember really way back because I went to Hudson for a very long time. Back in like 5th and 6th grade, what they would have is they did it in the theater and they had the soundboard. It was the same one, by the way. No new equipment at Hudson, and they had like this. He was like some British guy. He went to school there, but he would announce the songs over the mic. Just what?
Sorry,
Wait, are you
were you
thinking
like,
Danilo?
some British?
No,
Okay. I know it's not British.
Sorry, I was just thinking like, some British guy just plucked him off the street. Ladies and gentlemen, do I want to know? By the Strokes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the Do I Want to Know by the Arctic Monkeys.
No, he was a cool guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd.
Point is, they had someone who would announce the songs over the speakers, which was like sort of interesting. I mean, now it doesn't really
There's an
matter, I guess.
MC,
But it was like the
someone goes
same
up.
guy who would
Yeah.
like do all the soundboard stuff would also read out the songs.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
You're gonna bring
we
that
should
back?
have
Yeah,
done
I could tell the
And
Knicks
he would put like
producers.
a little spin on it, like he was like a little radio thing. It was interesting.
He'd say, this fucking song.
I think one time it was Suicidal Tendencies, the band,
Mm.
and the song. What was the song that they have where he's like I cannot remember what it is called. No. But what happened was he looked down at the sheet of paper with the song in it. And he was like, whatever the song was, by the Suicidal Tendencies. And he went, oh,
I know about that.
And everyone.
That one didn't age well. It's like, man, I really love the date 9/11.
Oh man.
My dad's birthday song.
Wait,
no.
Okay. Why did you bring that up?
What would you do if your birthday was on 9/11?
What would you do?
A themed
I would
birthday.
post
I'm sorry, I stole that joke
That's
from
so
somewhere.
bad.
I stole that joke from somewhere.
Okay. Well, not only
Credits
are you
to Soul.
extremely, like a terrible person, though, you also
Jason
steal
Nolan.
your
Also very
jokes.
funny. I've stolen. That was like the only joke.
That's the only joke so far you've stolen.
That's the only joke Noel knows. Nothing else.
But anyway, back to BTL. That's the first time anyone's been excited to talk about BTL.
I have another story. It's much shorter. It's much shorter.
Okay, now let's hear the story.
Okay, so my brother and I both have. Oh, here
Guys,
comes
coming back.
Senor again. Both
Do you
my
wanna
brother and
just
I
wait?
have very
Okay.
like deep voices, and it was like his second or third BTL, probably like second. And he wanted
Okay,
to do the
tell me
song,
the
he wanted
song.
to do the song "Africa" by Toto.
Toto by
And
Africa.
he was, yes. You confused me for a second. I thought I mixed it up. I thought it was just the song "Toto" by Africa. I was like, wait a minute. And
the continent of
and
Africa.
he was not. He's very big on singing now, and he does it a lot. And he's very good at it. But
for
back
him.
then, he didn't have a lot of control
Oh.
over where he was pitch wise.
like his range.
Yeah. So he just went with what he was most comfortable, which was happened to be very low. So he went all the way down to he went like, I bless the rain down in Africa.
Tube and throat singer.
Basically, it was all the way down there, and he was like, okay, the best way to sing is just go the lowest. That's actually what he said to me afterwards. So everyone else who was in it couldn't hear him because at that point
was
he
so
was
low.
blending in with the
I've done
bass.
that too.
Like he was blending in with
goodness.
it. So they were all just like, just like going along with it until
There's
like
nothing
That is
more
such
than
a
100.
BTL story.
I think they actually repeated a verse at one point because they lost it like completely.
Well, that's what happened to. I guess we'll get to this later. So anyway, second BTL. This one went a lot smoother overall.
It was indoors.
It was the Doors.
It was indoors.
Indoors.
Okay, for the
We didn't have
record,
any doors.
We didn't want it outdoors. COVID meant that we had.
You're
to
just
have
very
outdoors.
yeah.
Yeah, we just like the outdoors.
You like the outdoors so much. If you like the outdoors so much, why don't you just marry it?
I think also the problem with the first BTL is that we had a lot less time to actually do it.
Oh yeah,
That's
so we had
true.
about 2 months here. So we
That's the
got to
school's
put on
fault.
some like hard songs. We put in
The true
I don't
Dutch.
remember anything.
Fade to black.
Put some really hard time. I was about
Careless
to.
Oh, for the second BTL, I don't remember any of the songs from the
Oh.
first
You
one.
can edit
First
on the set
BTL.
list.
Were we talking about first BTL?
No, we're talking about second BTL.
Okay, second one, yes, that was more recent.
Champagne Supernova.
We're telling the story out of order. It's Memento.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you watch it in
Watch
this
the
order.
podcast. Oh my
It
God.
goes in this order.
This
Watch
isn't
the
the
podcast
film
in order.
episode.
The film episode.
Put like those chapters
Could be the
things in
film
on
episode.
YouTube where you like sex. Don't do that. That's annoying.
Oh my
These
god.
are just gonna skip over. They're gonna be like,
oh,
oh,
okay.
Noel's telling another
Go straight
fucking
to Fade to
annoying
Black.
story about
With this one joke
About
that he
his
tells
brother,
every
so
time.
he steals
Circus in
9/11
town.
joke.
Oh yeah. Noel, by the way, has gotten really into Blender animations. I was about to say Blender. that makes sense. He's gotten really into Blender. Blender is a CG animating software, and there's a really good tutorial there. So Noel, you know, he's trying to get good, so he's watching some tutorials, and there's
I
a
was
really
like,
good
I'll
tutorial.
do some basic objects.
Okay.
I'll just do some basic.
So Noel
objects.
decided to do one after his favorite fruit, the banana.
I like bananas a lot. I'll admit.
He is a
so
monkey
I looked
at
up
heart.
a tutorial on it, and I was like, "Oh, look, dude, it's like a 2-minute tutorial. That seems great."
What?
Oh no.
Hello,
Is it
Senor.
the second one? Or the
Ba, ba, ba. It's the second one, as far as I remember.
Okay, that works.
Jesus Christ!
I was a little
That was
scared
the
of
most
him.
stressful moment.
I look like I'm high. Like my eyes are so red because I have allergies.
Stop rubbing your eyes then.
I can't. It's like it's reflexive.
I feel the same thing. You have glasses. Those should stop you.
Push them further into you.
Oh my God! Who is this man?
No, what?
This man's going insane.
But anyway, so
Transformation.
Noel, you're trying to learn Blender.
Oh yeah, so I was trying to learn Blender, and I was like, okay, I'll just do some simple objects. Like there's an hour-long tutorial on bread, so I was like, okay, I maybe won't do that one. I'll do something like a fruit.
That sounds
And
so
I was like,
interesting.
okay, banana. How to make a banana in Blender and I was like, I looked it up like that. I think I misspelled the Blender because it was like midnight, and I was like,
Blender
screw it.
Borana.
This is actually while he was editing. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And I started on it, and oh my God. When you have a 2-minute tutorial, you cannot do that, first of all.
Like
you
it's secret.
cannot do that. Because he's just like back to back to
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
back.
yeah.
He's like, okay, now you want to extract this part and then blow up this and then rotate it so it's at this angle and then shift click like this. And I'm like, okay, I'm confident-ish in this program, but not totally confident. And I had to keep going over. There's this one part where he didn't explain what buttons he pressed, and I had to keep hitting back 5 seconds to watch it. But it's still like you're going back 3 steps, even though it's only 5 seconds. And every single time, I would always hit this point where he would say, and you can right click to make that a banana smoothie.
Up a little bit. And now you can right click to make that a banana smoothie. Now
And like the first time I heard
Banana
it,
blender.
at the time I read it, what the joke was is that when he right clicked, there was an option to smooth out the geometry of the shape. And it's a banana, so he was like, and you can make that a banana smoothie.
Banana smoothie.
And I heard it like 5 times, and at that point, I was in the call with Chase, and I started just whispering to myself,
now you can right click to make that a banana smoothie.
and I kept doing that.
Blender
And
actually
more
broke
and more.
Noel.
And in the end, please put in a photo of the finished product of the banana. I couldn't do it. I spent an hour. I spent an
I wanna
hour
see
on
this.
it. I got 30 seconds into the 2-minute tutorial.
Aw.
It took me an hour. And this is what the finished product
All I
is.
remember is we kept going like right click, make that banana smoothie over and
And then
over.
immediately afterwards, I opened up. I can't afford Premiere because it's expensive. It's like $30 a month. So I have this other video editing software. It's
Unless you go
whatever.
to the Hudson School, in which case, yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
even know
free
that
stuff.
you guys
Let's
use
go.
Premiere, right?
I also go to the Hudson's.
Yeah, but you
I
don't get
used
free
to.
from.
Well, I mean, he does. He probably doesn't
Yeah,
know how to
probably
set it
does.
to
Yeah,
the
he doesn't know how to use
I
it though.
use Photoshop.
I wish.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, right? But I opened it up and I was like, okay, we need to do something funny with a banana smoothie. So what I did was, I still don't fully know how to use the program. I just took like the 2-second clip. I downloaded the video, took the 2-second clip of him going, and you can right click to make that a banana smoothie. And then I just bass boosted it. And I just set like the volume as high as I could. So I just went to gain and I turned it all the way up. And then I went to like this other volume panel, which is like the master audio, and I turned
it
that all
up.
the way up. And then the finished product was so goddamn funny. It was like 1:30 at this point. It was so funny. Oh my god.
And now you can right click to make that a banana smoothie.
Yeah.
And then I made an orange, and that took me like.
Oh
30
yeah, he made
minutes.
an orange.
And that
It was a
actually-
good orange
It
though.
was a good orange.
Guys, shout out to the orange.
Shout out Orange. We love you, Orange. We love you.
Alright, anyway, back to BTL.
guys,
That's
have
my
it.
rant.
This is supposed to be the BTL episode. We've talked about
And then
it
I
for like a
thought that I
total.
was supposed to. I thought I was supposed to be in this episode because that's what Sid said, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, we just needed you for the camera.
But then I spent
so
like 4
sad.
hours in Hoboken. I'm like, okay, I gotta do something, right?
No,
Aw.
it's great.
You
having
have
on here
added to
too.
the
Yeah.
episode.
Guys, how do you make a banana smoothie?
Right click.
Add hydrochloric acid, but then
Hydrochloric acid plus bananas plus right click.
gotta
As easy as
psychoanalyze that banana
In blender.
in blender.
Ah.
Sam, we brought you on to talk about BTL, and all you've been talking about is hydrochloric acid, psychoanalysis, and
Wouldn't it
blenders.
be funny? You know, like
Why
the
don't
ink
we
blot test. Just really quick.
psychoanalyze?
You know, like the ink blot test. Instead, just show a
word
psychologist. Except you show the psychologist the image of the banana I made and go, "What do you think this is?"
And if
Like,
they
what-
quote the tutorial, the blender tutorial, then they're insane.
Well, okay.
And what do you do when you right click it? What do you get?
Now, if I were to say, what if you were to right click that? What do you think would happen?
Is that like the 2010 like Matrix meme at the top and the bottom? What if I told you?
To right click the banana.
He's beginning to right click.
Do you want the red pill or the banana pill?
Banana pill.
Banana.
What fucking question is that? It's a no-brainer. That's like saying,
the red
oh,
pill.
do you want do you want to have an STD or banana? Which do you think I'm gonna choose?
The
That's
yellow
like saying,
pill.
would you like right?
Anyway, back to BTL.
I meant to say red pill or banana. Like repeat the joke,
Yeah.
and I just lost it.
Alright, anyway,
Okay,
back to BTL.
Back to BTL.
Back to BTL.
I have a BTL. Back to BTL counter, I guess.
Banana or tomato lettuce. You know how it would be.
The fuck are you talking about? Banana. Shut the fuck up.
We're all
Um,
in this game.
but we, you know, it's an interesting project trying to, you know, make sure everyone does their songs. I remember the one thing that we decided to do was, you know, the song "Careless Whisper," you know, the George Michael classic. Noel, can you do the sax line for me? You completely butchered that.
What did you expect? I'm not Logan, and I
Not Lo- yeah, Logan's playing the saxophone. You think you sing the sax into a saxophone and it just comes out saxophonized?
Actually, I have another story about that, but I won't. tell.
What? Jesus Christ! How many stories you
I
have?
have a lot of
just say
stories.
that.
Dude.
Okay, tell us your sax
Yeah.
story.
Well, it's not necessarily about sax. It's about trumpet, because my brother played trumpet.
Uh-huh.
Interestingly enough, as far as I understand, when you are playing saxophone, you basically just go into literally. That's what you do.
I mean, it has a reed, like it's a.
Yeah, and then it like the moisture of it too also alters it. But
Scientific.
Science.
This has been music with Noel.
Can you let Noel finish his story?
No, that was it.
No, I cut it
But
off.
that was it. That was your
That's
whole
not it.
story.
That's why I didn't want to tell it because I was like, oh, it's too short.
You should have even said you had a story then. That's not a story. That's an anecdote at
You're
best.
falling
Alright.
apart
Oh,
here.
I do-
Anyways.
Well, that was
Okay.
music with Noel.
Music with Noel. Just
Make another.
the same fucking like music as movie recommendations. Oh yeah, so you got any movie recommendations?
I made those last episode. If you
Just name one, the title of one movie.
Name one movie.
Kill Switch.
Okay, there you go.
Haven't we already reviewed that on? Oh no.
We talked about it for 5 seconds. Anyway,
That's true.
we might do a further episode in depth of Kill Switch.
Well, back to BTL.
Back to BTL. So we did the song, you know, "Careless Whisper," and I was like, you know, this song's boring.
epic.
The song's boring. It's like 3 minutes long. It's like this 4 chords. You know what we need? We need a 3-minute instrumental section in it where it turns into like a kind of hard rock track at the end. And god damn it, we did it.
Yeah,
So
you really
good.
did.
It was
Insert
the
video.
second night. That was like the shining star of the performance.
I agree.
That was
Damn.
the shit.
That was the shit.
Wait, you mean our other songs were bad?
What the fuck are you
Crap,
talking?
dude. First night, Chaos Whisper was pretty good. and everything else was even better. Second night, some things were a bit dumbed down, which happens on the second night of any performance for anything.
Calling us dumb?
But Careless Wisp, you admitted to that.
I said you're calling us dumb though.
No.
Dumbed down?
No.
What does dumbed down mean?
Dumbed down means to reduce the effect of something.
Or like tone down, maybe.
Tone down,
Is what
tone
I-
deaf,
Okay,
Eminem.
yeah. Any English majors in the comments, let us know.
Any English majors? Sam, you should call up your parents.
Dumbed down means that there's a different level of energy put into it from the get.
Okay.
And this is supposed to be a 1 second offhanded joke, and you've turned it
I
into
couldn't
like
tell.
you've psychoanalyzed it, man.
Anyway, though, get back to your point. Get back to your point.
Some hardcore acid to wash that down.
We've started using psychoanalyze in like a very.
What'd you
You mean
think?
psychoanalysis?
What were you gonna say about the second night? That's
It was dumbed down.
It was
I think it had
energy
lower
levels
energy.
were
It had
different.
lower energy.
levels were different.
I think
and that happens.
also the audience. I think there's mostly parents.
Yeah.
Because it was a weekend, so they don't have.
I
If you
really
had done a
appreciate
third
it
night, you
Saturday,
would have
though.
knocked it out of the park on the third
Yeah.
night. That's how it works.
I wish
First
we'd
night,
done 4
high tension, good.
performances.
Second night, you have some problems, and then third night, you bring it back.
But we did have a third night, so.
Yeah,
The school absolutely would
I
not.
said
have
the
left.
second night was the last night, so.
yeah.
The first night we had some incredible technical difficulties.
Dude, we had like a 10-minute technical difficulty
It
in our.
felt like an
Oh my
hour.
God.
It
but
felt
that-
like an hour.
I was like freaking out. I was having a panic attack.
Dude, I was thinking at the same time, like, it was literally just, I guess we'll keep their name anonymous. They read out, like, puns for like 10 minutes, and it felt like 12 hours.
Yeah, well, that was probably the puns.
It was a good job for keeping the audience preoccupied with something.
True.
So
Yeah.
at least there's
No,
something
he was
was
funny.
It-
Uh-huh.
I think
Oh, we got some footage here of
delivery was
Sid
good.
freaking out.
Oh yeah.
I lost my mood ring. I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah.
Um,
The hi-hat broke. Like
the hi-hat, you know, of the drums, you know, you got the
Felt
got
I'm
the
trying to figure out how that happened.
I think it might have been my fault.
Okay.
I was
at the
playing-
time, I was thinking could have been Sam's
I
fault.
think it could have
but,
been my
but
fault.
I'm not sure how because I mean I used
I
to
think I
play
was playing
drums.
too
the
hard.
earlier that day, I remember we were like just jamming out to some random stuff, and the hi-hat had a problem,
Yeah.
and we were just like,
It was
oh,
probably loose or
we quickly fixed it or whatever like that. And it's like, okay, it's okay. And we moved on, and then I guess it decided to break down again.
All I remember is that when I started playing Sex on Fire, which was the song I was drumming on, it was fine, and then mid-song it like just went loose, and it was like incredibly loud, and I just kept playing, but it sounded bad.
Yeah, you gotta work through the pain.
Yeah, but
No
I
pain,
think
no gain.
like
You get like a level of like high tension when like you're playing in any like environment, or you're just like playing it out, and just all the energy just kind of goes through you, and you have this insane amount
I
of
like
adrenaline.
playing
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
performing.
Honestly, I think what do you just call it, the zone, basically. I think that's. I don't know.
Don't let me into my zone.
No, it's basically you're only focused on playing and nothing else.
Yeah, it
basically,
feels
just a
really
show.
good.
So
It's
you,
nice.
you literally just can't hear what the audience is saying until the end. That, At least that's for me. I don't remember. It's just like kind of a blip, and then it's just wow. That felt great. That was epic.
Yeah, that was epic.
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 Cisco.
Epic. This is now an ASMR channel. It's super epic. Okay, guys. Okay.
So anyways,
Do an ASMR episode.
ASMR episode.
It's really cathartic though, like there's
ASMR?
so much release of tension.
Yeah.
No performing, but ASMR.
Okay, we're going there.
Yeah, I don't know.
ASMR.
Does
Yeah,
it
no
make
one.
you like feel tingly?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't listened to it in a while. I feel like it does something for me.
There's something for you.
Yeah.
Hold on, babe. Let me put on the
But
music.
You know what I like more? I like satisfying videos.
Like
But
satisfying
like
videos.
really gross stuff like pimple popping.
Okay.
We're
Oh god.
This is on camera now.
Okay,
yeah.
back to BTL.
Back to BTL. This is a
How
real
much
big.
more can we say about BTL?
How much more can we say about
I was
BTL?
curious why you wanted me to talk about it in the first place.
Because you're like a producer.
Okay.
We did like a
Well, like-
on our first take we like talked about it for 30 minutes, but
Right.
when you actually have
Actually-
you know more than just Sid and I just speaking, you know, for
Yeah.
like an hour. Well, we worked on this music program called BTL. We're not gonna go too into it right now. You know, it's
We might as well move on to lessons we learned from BTL. So, number 1, tune your instruments.
tune your instruments.
Yeah.
Sam, you gotta give each one of us has names, of it, including you, Noel.
practice a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then even more.
Can I give one just related to performing in general?
Sure.
Well, I was just wondering to broaden like what I could give.
That's fine. Anyway, just spit it out.
I'd say one of the most important things to do is to trust everyone else on stage. So trust is really important, and this is very much hammered home if you are doing something as a group, obviously, and you're always working together. And this is true for music stuff too. People who go on tour and they switch out members of the band, something like they get a new bassist or whatever. It's like 90% of the time, you're just spending time with those people and you want to make a bond with them so that when you're on stage, you're like, okay, I trust who I'm going into this with. They can cover for me, I can cover for them, and it'll all work out. So trust is like the big thing.
Kind of like sex. A little bit.
You ruined
You ruined it. I mean, to be fair, he has a good point.
To be fair.
Am I wrong?
And my lesson is don't do drugs, kids.
Not before you perform.
Not like that one time at BTL.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, you know the no. I'll let Noel tell the BTL weed story.
Kids, just remember, don't be cool. Stay in school.
This okay? Should I tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay. That wasn't like a hey guy talk. That was like
hey guys.
Hey guys. So a very long time ago, I want to say
1 year ago.
probably like 5-6 years ago. There was BTL going on, and I was sort of like sitting.
How old were you?
I was like, I don't think
6.
I think it might have been my first year going to Hudson.
5th grade?
So it was probably fifth grade or something. And I didn't notice. This is sort of my brother's story.
For the British people out there, he was about 10 or 11.
Yeah. All of our British viewers.
all of our one British people.
Yep.
Shout out to Ethan.
Ethan Malick.
Woo! Anyway, continue.
I just moved right into the mic. I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna look at the mic level.
He just shoots up into the red. So this is sort of my brother's story, not necessarily mine. However, it is a very good story. So he had a friend of his. His name was Carmen, and he was sitting. What happened was, I was in the audience. I didn't notice anything the whole night. I just was sitting in the middle of the audience, and then went home, and whatever. Everything was fine. But what happened to Carmen was he was sitting underneath one of the vents. Now in the theater, there's like 4 vents, and there's like one here, one here. And like they're sort of dotted around. And if you don't know how those vent systems work, is they connect to the roof of the building and they pump air in and out from there. So it's like an air intake and outtake. That's how they get like fresh air. Which means that if there were, say, a source of a certain scent or a smell or a fume on the roof, it would be pulled right down into the theater.
Very troublesome.
So the end of the performance comes around, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that was great. It was great." And Carmen says to my brother, "Man, I don't feel so good. I feel like I'm like high or something. Like I feel really like weird." So Chris Baker, our lovely counselor, puts things together, and he goes, "Okay," and he goes to the roof of the building, because where else would the scent be coming from? And lo and behold, there are 3 people up there. One of which is not actually a Hudson school, not a student there. It was the dealer, and they were all.
Wait, was it real? Like, don't take what you deal or whatever.
Yeah. Don't like smoke your own product.
Yeah. It was. And the dealer and like 2 students who went to the school were just up there next to one of the vent things, smoking weed. So of course they get caught. They get pulled downstairs. And this is when we had our old principal, who was sort of forgiving on some things and then not forgiving on like it was weird. The students in question had to write an essay to Miss Newman about why they shouldn't have done what they did.
I'm really sorry.
They were suspended for the rest of the year. So like for the last third of the year, they just weren't in school.
That sounds great.
The best, they still don't.
I wonder what they're gonna do with the rest of the year.
What am I gonna do with all this free time? Basically.
How do you make so much money?
Good one. Wait, was the dealer a Hudson Schooler?
No.
Okay.
He was not. I don't even know.
How old were they?
I have no idea.
72.
They were. This was the graduating class, though. So those 2 students were graduating that year, and it was like it was sort of in question whether or not
last 3 months.
It was in question whether they were going to graduate or not, right? Like because they were suspended, but they came back for the final thing in the church where there's like a big ceremony, you know, where they're all up there or whatever. And it used to be they would like sing a song in the church, like all the graduating class would. And there was a part, I forget what it was. I forget what song it was. You guys probably know. Not for
Don't
what I'm
You
saying,
Cry.
but that's what I want ours to be.
Oh, can we try to get that going? Dude, we should do a cover of Don't You Cry
So what happens is, so they're all up on stage singing the song or whatever, and they have, each one of them has like a solo line where they step forward from the crowd and they go, you know, and they deliver the line, and then they step back and the next person steps
I
up.
got me some chicken.
Wait,
and they-
wait, this is really funny. So one of the students who got suspended steps up, and she's smiling out at the audience, and she sings, "And I made some mistakes."
Oh, we're the champions, or is that?
And it was like the perfect line. It was so funny. And I don't even know if
Shout
everyone
out to
got the
whoever gave
irony
it to
in that,
yeah.
but it was so funny. Anyway, that's the story I have about how
ridiculous.
someone smoked weed at BTL one time.
I think it happened even like recent, like in one of the previous. It happens, but this time,
Yeah,
like
that's what
there were
I
like
thought
actual
we were
consequences, almost like actual consequences where the like you know the teacher who's sort of there to help
So
you know,
this
organize.
was pre-pandemic. This was the last BTL before
is this the one that?
pandemic.
Oh, right, I know about this.
Yeah, a lot of people showed up hot and drunk, and it was bad news because someone ratted them out. Shout out.
Wow.
You can bleep that out, but
What the fuck?
yeah.
What the
I'm not
fuck?
surprised. So basically, like the teacher who helps people run BTL basically organizes it. We're just kind of there if we need help. Mr. Aim. Shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to this guy. So he was almost fired because of that.
That's true.
And there would have been a big
I was
loss
really
for
angry about
even
that.
the school in general. So I'm glad it didn't happen. And I'm glad no further incidents have happened since then.
He would be making a lot more money though off the stock market.
dude, he told us in class, he's like, man, I remember seeing Dogecoin think I should put $1,000 in this, and he's like, hold on, let me see how much money it would have been worth, and he calculated it. It was $20 million.
He was just staring at the number.
He's like, that's how much I could have
And then
made.
one time I heard about this. He came into class and he was like
That's
looking really
painful.
sad. And he was like, "So I lost $16,000."
Well, one time he came into class and he's like, I lost $8,000 yesterday. So I was like, wait, what? He's like, but I made $9,000 yesterday.
Let's go.
What is he invested in?
Everything.
Everything.
No, he withdrew all his crypto. Well, I'm not going to go into his assets. That's kind of
Well, smart. Smart for him.
I do remember him saying that he wanted to buy NFTs once, but he couldn't figure out how to buy NFTs. Probably for the better, considering what's happening with NFTs.
Yep.
The crash.
Shout out to Gru and them.
Remember when people
Oh,
said it wasn't
did
a
you see
bubble?
that thing with Eminem where they inducted him to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Yeah.
for some reason?
Yeah.
I don't know why they did this. After winning it, he said, "Yeah, shout out to Groot and them," with a picture of him, with a ton of the minions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
I
that
thought
was.
Yeah.
that was fake.
No, that's real.
I thought that was actually fake. That's
No,
hilarious.
it was like Elders Try Lean. Like it's a video that you think is
Oh,
fake, and it's actually
Oh
real.
my god, Elders Try.
That's a great video, by the way. I highly recommend
Especially
it.
if you watch it at 1 a.m. or so.
You watch it while on.
funny
Yeah, we watched it
factor-
after BTL.
Oh yeah.
The funny factor on actually funny stuff reduces like greatly, but by the same amount, the funny factor on this stuff that isn't really that funny goes up incredibly. Like it just skyrockets.
Yeah.
It's an inverse relation, you know.
It's
I
true.
learned about that in AP Macro.
You
We
guys
don't
took
talk about
math.
AP
We
Macro.
don't talk
We don't talk
about
about AP
math.
Macro.
We don't talk about math here. Sam,
This is a math reason.
how old are you?
16.
Did you know that?
Oh wait, I counted wrong.
Did you know that if you add 2 and subtract 2, that's your age?
Yeah, take your age, add 2, subtract 2. That's
the
your
only
age.
difference between poor and rich is money.
It's like, was it
Cycle
rich
and
people's
all that. Let's
workouts?
really break
Wake
it
up at 5 a.m., take a cold shower. It's always take a cold shower.
Go back to sleep.
Take a shit, go back to sleep.
The Sigma grunts it.
It never ends.
Order
Woke
raw
up
beef.
this morning.
God,
Gabagoo. Gabagoo?
do you not know the line?
Do you know the line? What's the line?
Got yourself a gun.
That's later on.
Gabagool.
Yeah, Sam knows the right line.
My mistake. God.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Hi, hungry. I'm Chase. Ah!
Ah.
Wow, this is a great episode.
No one's gonna fucking watch this. They're like, man, they really fell off after they had that Null guy.
Much like the BTL
Can't even keep
performers,
his
I could
mic
really
together.
be higher right now.
Where
I
the
would have brought my
Too
own.
poor for a stand.
I would have brought my own mic.
That
and I
wouldn't have
would
worked.
Held it in my hand.
Ball. Yeah. Back to
snowball.
music. Any music you've been listening to?
Yeah. What?
Shit,
I guess
yeah.
before we close it out,
Let's talk about some music and then.
Let's talk about some music. Right now.
So I see you got that Bjork shirt on. You wanna flex
wore it,
that to the camera.
especially My favorite artist, maybe not my favorite artist.
Your favorite Icelandic artist?
For sure.
You don't like Sigur Rós more?
Bjork is iconic and I worship her.
You
so.
worship every piece of music.
Yeah.
Her debut album she made when she was
Bjork.
13. You love that?
Wait, her first album was entirely in Icelandic.
Yeah, so you'll love it.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
You listened to it?
Yeah, I did. I listened all the way through, and it was kind of like jazz, like Christmassy jazz songs, but like in Icelandic. Like her music gets progressively weirder throughout her discography. So like it started with like
Kind of like how you have as you gotten older.
Feels bad, man.
That was so backhanded.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even deny that. What have I been listening to?
Are you listening to Blood Promise? Did you finish it?
No.
Come on,
We were
dude!
talking about this last night because
So if you don't know, Swans is a
Yeah.
really good band. You should check them out. They got this really good live song called Blood Promise, and it's 16 minutes long.
There's
And
an
it's pretty-
album I have to listen to by them.
Oh yeah, you have to. I told Noli has to listen to the entirety of what's considered to be the heaviest album ever. Public Castration is a good idea. It's about like an hour 15.
That's the title.
I'll show it to you. Hold on.
wait,
Can you start? Hold
yeah.
on. Oh, we can take a hold
Is
on.
that also
my
the?
gosh.
Is that also? Does that album also contain a song where they just scream into the mic at the
That's
end?
all of no. That's Blood Promise. That's
Oh,
the good
okay.
one. This is like their early stuff. This is If You Don't Believe Me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like it even more, you can buy it on a t-shirt. Wear that out in public. You should wear that for the next episode, Sam. That you're all.
If you buy it from me, I'll wear it. It could come
Graduation
out of
gift.
Yeah. I found this kind of obscure artist. I think his name is Eczema. I'll send you
That's
like a picture.
disgusting name. I'm sorry.
Not eczema, but exuma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a big difference.
The egg zoomer.
I'm pretty sure it's African, so there's like a language.
Oh, so you're not racist. Good for you.
Yeah, I listen to a black artist, so I'm not.
Shout out to Fela Kuti.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Mambo number 5.
Oh yeah, and that's Noel's favorite song, right? Mama number 5.
It wasn't.
It was okay. Sid, what have you've been listening to?
So yeah, I
To see any good movies lately?
So I studied German at school, so I've been listening to a lot of German songs. Now I can actually understand the language. So yeah, I've been listening to a band called Die Klopsalat. So it's kind of like industrial band, sort of. They make some funky stuff. Like a lot of their earlier work is just kind of funky, which I like. So
Nice.
I want to record like an after section where I just like list all the music I'm listening to.
No one gives a shit, Sam.
It's just
we specifically.
it's just the credit section, just new.
There it is.
If you give
Okay,
me-
Sam,
maybe
I'll give you this.
link some-
Name
link some
every
playlists.
band you're listening to within 5 seconds. Go.
York.
Okay, that was. Thank you.
Thank you.
There
I
are
said
that
the
many
Strokes
bands
outside the
named
5
Bjork?
seconds.
Yeah.
That was a good joke, but I can't laugh because I. Okay.
You know,
Noel,
I
what have
listen
you
to the
been
Arctic
listening to?
Monkeys.
My
Oh no!
But just do I want to know? That's
No!
Oh, it's even worse.
Their
buy the
newest
sealed
album
vinyl.
actually.
No!
It's really good.
Damn. Our average
Sorry,
Arctic Monkey stan.
From me, music recommendation, my favorite artist right now, you can say either TWRP or TWRP. I always just say TWRP. Yeah, I discovered it's an acronym. I won't tell you what the acronym is though. It's kind of funny. I've been listening to them for probably like 5 years now, but I wasn't seriously listening to them. Like I just heard them in other songs, like a different band that I liked. But recently, the past few months, I've started listening to them more and more, and I just really like it because it's like this very positive music, and they're really tight. Like they're good. Like there's 4 of them, and they're all super in sync with each other, and like they know what they're doing. And if you ever see them do it live, they're still the same.
I mean, of course, we have the Noel moment where he just looks off in the distance.
I see how it is.
We were listening. I swear we were paying attention.
Noel just be like, Obama out. Just,
oh my god.
Oh wait, no, you gotta give us some rapping.
Oh, we were gonna freestyle.
Freestyle.
Wait, I think we should all like freestyle a verse. Okay.
Let's just wrap it up soon, I guess.
Okay, shout out to Shoegaze, My Bloody Valentine, all the Male Manipulator music.
Wait a minute. What if we did a thing? In the description of the podcast, can you put like a playlist link from both of us?
Yeah.
So like
that's such a good idea.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, here it is.
Actually, okay.
Here's our playlist. Rank which one's the best.
Yeah.
Warning though, it is mine.
It's mine.
My playlist is just the one.
You should send your sex playlist as well.
We could put that in there.
I am the brainwasher.
I also have a sex playlist. We can compare.
Okay, hold on. Noel needs to show off his to yours.
Okay.
So Noel's is just Supersonic Racing
5 times
and the Brainwash.
I'm the Brainwasher by Daft
Yours
Punk.
is better.
What one was yours? Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny.
So wait, did you take that? Did you take it serious?
I've never used it.
And I can get you out of my mind.
Okay, you went way far.
I'm just not usually in the mood to play music. We're getting to first.
I have to go.
You have to go. Okay.
Go.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up quick. Oh yeah, music recommendations. Check
Music
out.
recommendations in the description.
My name's Noel Meyer and I'm here to say.
That Big Chilling is
Sing
pretty
into the
okay.
mic, idiot.
Sing it to the mic.
小心看上过，现在我有冰淇淋，我还是会冰淇淋。速的技能就冰淇淋，都是微信我，所以现在我有因为准备。
Your turn.
Oh, why until I got the mic. My name is Chase, and I'm here to say that while it's pretty cool to say, I'm here and I'm flowing right out, and I'm gonna say that I'm man without. Hey, some
Hey.
Oh wait.
Yes, Pat. Pass.
End it.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for checking out our podcast.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Always a pleasure.
Yes, always a pleasure
to be on
you set
again.
up everything. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
The Ronald McDonald's.
Well, you know, a Big Mac has 26 grams of fat.
Okay, last song. Okay, last song recommendation. Rock and Roll McDonald's.
We already talked about this last episode.
But we do need to talk about it
If
again.
you open up my phone and go to Google Chrome, my most recent tab that I have open is Rock and Roll McDonald lyrics.
Oh, dude. Because you had to look. Oh, yeah, because your comment for the last episode was, oh, yeah, Big Mac has 26 grams of fat.
So I had to look it up. Yeah.
Does it really? That's so much.
That's
All right,
so much.
let's end on
Fucking
that
normie. Anyway.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Next one, should we say what it is? No spoilers, but it's gonna be different than the past 2 episodes, and it's gonna be a pain in the fucking ass to edit. Yeah.
We'll have like maybe 20 hours of footage.
Oh yeah, we are. Jesus Christ.
I only
Let's
realized
take the pain
recently
for
that
We're only
you're
doing one
filming
camera
it
angle for that.
Yeah, no, well, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, anyway. So, we will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.